What's up, world? It's your favorite Southern Bells here with the first episode of 2022. And by the way, Happy New Year of Now That's Countryversal. I'm Mimi.
I'm Drew.
I'm Portia J.
And today's topic is Team No Kids versus Team Kids. And we also have a special guest. We have Mama Bell here joining us today to give us her opinion of today's topic. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Mama Bell.
Hello, Bells.
Hey, Mom.
Hey.
So I was just telling the world here what today's topic is, which is Team Kids versus Team No Kids. And I'm going to start off by reading a post that was made a while back, but it still has social media in a frenzy today. And this post says, I'm a Black woman. I'm single. I don't have any kids. I'm fit. I'm feminine. I'm friendly. I'm pretty. It's looking like I am very much the prize. So, my question for you ladies is, do you feel that Team Kids, do you feel that Team No Kids has an advantage in the dating world over Team Kids? We'll start with you, Mom.
Well, I'm no longer a teenager, but
Team, T-E-A-M.
oh, it's team
Mhm.
Team.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
well, team. Oh well, I'm on a team with kids, 5 children, and I'm dating, but it still go back to I think a age group because now men like my daughter stated earlier, Drusilla stated earlier, men will date women with children. But men, they're still all about themselves, young boys. They probably will prefer women. I hear a lot on my job that they don't want no women or girls got no kid. I don't want that, but yet it's still going out and they still making the babies. So it's all about you and who you are, because you can get them with children or you can get them without children. It's based on the male.
Okay. But it sounds like to me that, especially based on your job, that there is a slight advantage with the women who don't have any kids in the dating world. That's what it sounds like you just stated.
Yeah, they prefer that I hear them a lot younger, but they are younger guys and they are
Yeah.
saying that I don't want her, I don't want her, and all them kids. So yeah, that's what they're talking about. But if at in my age group, yeah, I mean, it's all
Doesn't
good. You
really
got
matter.
kids. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Portia, how about you? How do you feel?
Know what all the fuss is about because it really, for me, it goes with preference and it goes about your eye view. So for me, my eye view is not carnal, it's not worldly. My eye view is I'm Christian, I believe in Jesus Christ. So my worldview is based on the word of God. I do have a kingdom spouse waiting for me. So I could care less if I'm the prize to a man that's in the world because I'm not for you no way. But I guess in the world viewpoint, um, she will be valid because there are guys, especially guys now who follow Kevin Samuels. They do put on that hat that oh she got kids, she damaged goods. But then it's
Definitely
like
giving Kevin Samuels.
yeah, I mean the whole world is messed up if you ask me. Cause how you gonna be a man and say you don't want no woman for kids, but you got five running around? Or how you gonna be a woman and down a woman that has kids and you probably took measures to not have kids that's quiet as it kept. So
Mhm.
that's the point. I really don't see what the fuss is about.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. We're going to circle back to that after we get Drusilla's opinion.
I feel like um it doesn't matter whether a woman has kids or not, because like each of them said, it honestly just depends on what you has to offer as a woman yourself, with or without kids, because you can be single with no kids and offer a man nothing. And you can be with kids, single with kids and still offer a man nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what you have to offer spiritually, not even physically. And because you don't have kids, I just, have a slick sidebar question. Do y'all feel like y'all the prize because y'all feel like y'all got more freedom and more time? Like y'all feel like y'all the ultimate choice? Because if that's what you're doing, then that's tunnel vision, because it's like easily somebody can you could date around kids. I've done it, doing it. Mama did it. So it's like, if you talking about, oh, you just got more time, you can get up and go. I get that, but is that it? Because you can just get up and go? Like, is that it? Like, what else you have to offer as a single woman with no kids? Because, I feel like I can do that all day in a bag of chips and give you my well.
For me,
Yeah.
as team no kids, yes, that's exactly what it is. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna put it out there. I like my freedom. I don't want any kids. I like the freedom of just having to get up and go. Now, when it comes to the dating world, do I think that I have an advantage if we're just gonna be real? I have no idea because I still ain't got no man. So, but I mean, I also don't go anywhere. Now, the circle that I swing around with, they would probably argue that, yeah, us people who don't have any kids, they have degrees, they they pretty much have their own spots, own cars. They feel like, yes, we're at the top of the line when it comes to the dating world. Like, of course they'll pick us over teen kids. Like, why wouldn't they? That's how the people that I swirl around would feel. Yes, true.
Go ahead, Mom.
No, she's right. It didn't take away my dating because I had babysitters. And so I did, get around the dating because I didn't want to bring the men around my children. I only brought the men around my children that I thought was potential, but it didn't work out. But it didn't stop me. So even though, it all depends on the individual, woman or your babysitting or all that take a part of it, because you can take away your freedom, and then some may have, freedom, and some may not. But I had freedom because I had somebody help me with my children, and that was a good thing. But you won't want to always put that on your parents. To always, keep your kids and take care of your kids. And maybe a lot of women feel like that. But once you have a child,
Are you hinting? Are you throwing a little hint out there?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying a lot of women may not be like me or like you. Got somebody to take care of your kids. We both have that option. We got people to take care of our kids, and we can date. And the women that probably don't have those parents or have those options and nobody take care of their kids, they feel like their freedom have been taken away from them. But the woman that's saying, I got no kids and I'm free to do this, I'm free to do that don't make you no more valuable than any other woman just because she have a child. Because like you said, you still get away with that. But for the man concerned, his choice is his choice.
Okay, thank you.
One last thing before we move on. Kind of forgot what I was going to say, but I was just going to say that, I don't remember the short term. Okay, what I was gonna say is, you know what I'm saying? Like it ties back into you being the individual woman. You know what I'm saying? I really don't remember. I'm through.
Well, it's okay. Since our fellow Belle here lost her train of thought, it's all right. If it comes back to you, just find a way to sneak it in there. Okay.
I sneak it in at the end. I got y'all. I'm gonna be thinking about it.
Definitely, for sure. So there is I have a controversial Facebook users here that I'm gonna tell you about. On one side, you have a team kidder who feels one way, and then on the other side, ooh, it's getting a little heated up in here. You have a team no kidder who feels the opposite way. So I'm gonna read the Team Kidders post first. Her name is Devidra Pritchard. I did have her permission to go ahead and put it out there. And her post said, and she just felt like posting it. I really dislike when I see some of y'all bragging about how you don't have kids while also talking down on actual parents. You can be happy without tearing others down. Baby, let's brag about you being a habitual visitor at Planned Parenthood, or better yet, how some of you are eating Plan Bs like Skittles, or how you begin kicked in the stomach by your man. Mhm. We're just not gonna read the rest of that post. But she also did come back after there was a response made that I'll read to you guys following, where she said, I am pro-choice. Women have the right to do whatever with their bodies. However, if you want plan or if you want parenthood to be a conversation, let's make preventative measures be one as well. But we're not going to get into all that. But that was the complete post. So how many of you, and we'll start with you, Mom, do you feel like her taking offense to the Teen No Kids bragging is a valid feeling, or do you think it may come from internal issues of being a new parent per se?
Per se, both, because you can get offended because somebody posting something, whether you know them or not. But then you could also have a feeling about it because, okay, I got kids or I got a child and I can't do all that, but that don't make me less of a person. So she's fighting back from her because she does have children. So that is coming from inner emotions, but also at the same time, who are you to post it? Who are you to say that or think you better because? So yeah, both she kind of from inner emotions, and because she did have valid, I probably would have fought back too, but hey.
Okay. Did me reading that post bring up any inner emotions for you with your own experiences?
I have 5 girls, and I always got why she got all those kids. She got 5 children. How she gonna support all those children? So, but I always felt like I was attracted. I always thought I was a good looking woman, and I always had my freedom, so it didn't kick me no kind of way. So no, I wouldn't have got offended about it. I was like, oh well, do your thing, girl. But that's the way you feel. But hey, but sometimes it'll hurt you. Maybe if people feel like you can't get no man because you got children, and that's not so. It's all based on that man.
Okay. Portia?
I have to agree with Mama. I think the visual was valid, and I also think it comes from
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry.
what's wrong?
Y'all live in a country. It was a bug. Oh my gosh, it's okay. Let's keep going. Go ahead with your thoughts. I'm sorry.
Okay. I think that she was valid because first of all, you don't come for a woman in her seed. Okay, so you coming, even though it might not was the opportune time or whatever your feelings may be, it's like it's not only like you come for me, it's like you coming for my seed. And so I feel like she was valid in that. And then I also feel like it brought up I feel like it brought up feelings in that sense, but I don't feel like it was the whole because it's like I have nothing to say to you if you're not constantly in my face with it, trying to make me feel less than a person or less than a woman or less valuable because I have a child.
So you
And
feel like she probably was attacked and provoked and was fed up about it?
yeah, because and then there might be that sad part that's like, okay, maybe if I had waited, but I also feel like she feel as though she wouldn't change her decision. Cause like I said at one time I was having a conversation, she could have very well been like any other woman, supposedly. And in her post, she said Planned Parenthood. How many visits did you go to Planned Parenthood? So I feel like although you have those days, because it's not easy being a single mom, but that's why the more that I should be, it's like we both have our rights. It's like we don't, why are we against each other? Because I'm a single mom, but I'm doing it. I kept my child and I had a way out. I should be honored because I kept my child. I should be honored because I keep my child. I should be honored because I'm not in the club and my grandma got my child and my child don't know who I am. So if you really want to take it there, and so if you one of those people to where you didn't have a child, you didn't go Planned Parenthood, or you not popping Plan B's as a skittle, then okay, you should be proud. But don't throw it around. Don't throw it around as against me because I do have it. I'm a prize and you a prize. But why should we be a prize based on if we have kids or not? We should be a prize based off our characters and our morals.
Okay.
And
Well
not
said.
based
Well
on,
said.
yeah, not based it on whether a man gonna like us or not. Because I know one of my cousins got married and she had, I think, maybe 5 or 6. So it goes back to the you know, to each his own.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Drew?
I mean, well, it kind of, your post kind of brought back what I wanted to say about the whole, dating thing. I'm gonna let it intertwine with the whole feeling thing. When I feel like what Devidra was coming from, it doesn't make you better than me because, we know Devidra personally. She had her baby, but yet she still got her degree. You know what I'm saying? She got a job, she's taking care of her baby. So ultimately, it kind of put, BB kind of Devidra on like a more, like she doing the daggone thing. Because could this girl, or anybody else, a single girl, do the same thing with kids? If she up to me, made the same mistake and had the kids, could she still get her degree? Could she still pay her bills? Could she still make it and not fold? You know what I'm saying? Single women with kids should be applauded and they shouldn't feel like they're less fortunate or you feel like a single woman with no kids is better than them because they have kids, because she's doing it and she should get her flowers and her round of applause. I mean, because I know how I feel. I'm a single mama with 2 whole kids and I'm doing a daggone thing. You know what I'm saying? Just because you single with a car and apartment don't mean nothing. I got more on my plate. I'm not saying it don't mean nothing. I'm just saying I got more on my plate because I got an apartment, house, kids. I said I buy groceries for not just myself, but 2 other people. I got to cook for not just myself, but 2 other people. I got to drive not just myself, but 2 other kids, around. It's just like you can applaud yourself too, but don't tear me down because I got more on my plate and I'm carrying it and not folding. But could you do it? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely
You was
not. So let me go
also,
ahead and speak on behalf of my team No Kids because as you all know, I am team No Kids because no, I cannot, which is why I don't want any kids. Now, in reference to her post, I haven't had any of the above mentioned when she was talking about the Planned Parenthood, the Skittles, or the abortions. I haven't had any of that. But also, I don't go around because I'm surrounded by young parents and older parents. I'm surrounded by them. So I would never ever make them feel like I think that I'm better than them because I ain't got no kids. But am I proud that I ain't got no kids at the age of 25 in about 2 days? Yes, absolutely. I am. But I don't just go flaunting around in people's faces and make the people who do have children feel less than. I just personally don't do that. But yes, I am a proud team no kid. And now, speaking of team no kids, now there's someone who is also team no kids who has a very different perspective than mine, and I'm gonna read you her possible response to the Vidra's post. Well, alleged rather. We're not sure if it was in response or not, but could be. And this Facebook user stated, why do people get fighting mad about you saying you don't have kids? I don't have kids. I just freaking don't. Not knocking anyone who have kids. My freaking sister got two of them MFers and I'll kill a grizzly bear about them. I just don't have freaking kids. B. And that's okay. I'm happy AF about that. Happy Friday. Now there are a few of there were 74 comments under this particular post, and a few of them were unapologetically bragging about not having kids and unapologetically agreeing with the initial post that I brought the show in with, saying yes, yeah, they're very much surprised when it comes to dating world, and yes, I am better than you because I don't have any kids. And yes, the man is gonna pick more, gonna pick me over you because of that factor alone. We don't have time to read all the comments. We'll probably post a little quick overview down somewhere below. But if y'all could read some of the responses, y'all would know that yeah, yes, to answer the question, they feel like they are the prize. They will agree with that post. So how do you guys feel about that response? Or what do you have to say about those who think that, yeah?
Like if you feel you could be proud that you don't have kids, just in that sense, just period.
Okay.
At the age of 25, I don't have no kids. I'm proud of myself. You know, I'm going. I did this. I did this. You can stand in that right. But if you're speaking from a dating standpoint, I just really don't feel you on it because it's like, okay, you saying that, oh, I got my own house, I got a car, and I got this, but you grown, so you supposed to do that. So that's not a prize because you being grown. So what else do you have to offer?
Okay.
If you have kids and you got a house, you got your own car, you make your own money, baby, that's grown.
That's
If you
being grown, yeah.
one and
That's what you're
above,
supposed to do.
you supposed to be doing that. So come with something else.
Okay.
So really the prize?
No, the people that are really depressed, we're going to talk about it, but we're not going to talk about it, are the ones who are still pure. Those are the prizes. We just gonna be honest about it. They got every piece of bragging right they can possibly have, which most of us don't have that bragging right, you know. But they will be a great prize. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. Drusilla, Mom, any of you got anything to say about what I just read?
Nothing but my 5 is the best thing that ever happened to me. I wouldn't trade them for the world. And I feel like I'm a prize, and I feel like they a prize too. So we all good. So hey.
Okay.
So I would just like to say, I grew with Portia and my mother because I am the prize boo. You know what I'm saying? I come with a lot. And yes, my children gonna come with me, but I have more, I have more than just house and all that stuff to offer. I can give you more than a bun, because for me, the goal is not today. You know what I'm saying? That's not my goal. So if you want to go around and give everybody the privilege of dating you, then you go right ahead. I am a wife with and just sitting here looking pretty, waiting for my husband to come and arrive because God told him to come find me. So I ain't trying to sit right here and date any and everybody. And I don't want nobody to have the privilege of dating me because that's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to be married and to be there for your husband and stand behind your husband. And I sure did say it, stand behind your husband. Your husband pulled, but you are the pusher. You know what I'm saying? There won't be a man with a great household without his wife, who ultimately prays and do all. But that's another topic for another day. But come at me when you're ready to talk about it.
Okay, and let me just circle back around to the Vidra's post because she did want me to speak on her behalf. So I'll do that. Now, when she said, because I asked her, well, I'm not sure what I asked. I can't remember. We talked so much, but she somewhere in there when we were focused on the Planned Parenthood and the other precautions to prevent pregnancy or a child coming into the world, she said that she's not bothered per se of any of those posts or anyone who is Team No Kids. It only bothers her when the parents are being looked down on. And then she said that because she feels like the people, she sets herself apart because there are also the parents who will be extremely offended by the other two posts only because they miss their freedom. She says she's not one who misses her freedom because she's a homebody naturally anyway. So she feels like she don't have a reason to be upset about being a parent because she stays at home regardless. And she said the people who are probably feeling attacked are probably the ones who miss going out to the clubs. And she also feels that the people who are popping those abortion pills or the goddamn plan Bs are the ones who don't want to leave the goddamn club. And so they're boasting about being Team No Kids where they're doing all of that because they can't let go of a certain lifestyle that they want to live. What she feels is, and how everybody else feels, is a selfish perspective. I ain't trying to be in no club, so I ain't selfish in that manner. I'm just selfish as far as I just like spending money on myself. But so she did want me to let you guys know that on her behalf since she couldn't speak with us today.
Valid point. I totally agree.
And also there is and mom, you were saying earlier that you also have said she had a valid point with the abortions as well because you said that people used to ask you or say in a smart manner, well, how many kids you got? No, during where you got 5 kids, like, or dang, you got 5 kids, and then you said you felt that you agreed to with even to a certain extent because you feel like, okay, well, how many would you have had you not took those measures? And
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
I just I agree with Portia overall that it really should not be a Team Kids versus Team No Kids. I mean, but don't look like we gonna stop it anytime soon. Does anyone else have anything to say on the subject matter?
I just leave it at this. I just feel like, I mean, social media ain't gonna stop, but whoever hears this, if you have a child and you're younger and you might be that mother where you feel as though, "Well, I wish I had waited, but I do love my child, but I got these mixed emotions because I do miss doing this. I do miss my freedom." It's okay. It gonna come across your mind. But just know that your child loves you, your child needs you. And forget what the world got to say because you don't know nobody else's story. Social media is always gonna present that the grass is greener on the other side. But is it really? So raise your child. If you're a woman or a young lady and you're pregnant at this time, don't go to Planned Parenthood. Pray about it. If you're not a prayer, go to your local church because that child is precious and that child has a purpose. So social media is gonna always present this glamorous lifestyle, but you can still have that and have your precious child.
Okay. And so in closing, one last question for all three of you ladies. If you had a chance to do it all over again in relation to the dating world, would you?
I would keep all 5 of my children, but with one dad, just one dad. That was my biggest mistake. I wish that I could do it over again and just keep Lord, just let me keep my 5 because I got 5 good girls and I thank God for them. So, but just maybe just one dad. So if you know better, do better.
Okay. Posha?
Um, I would keep my baby, but with a different dad. And that's another story for another day. And I will leave you with this caution. Be careful who you speak with. Just be careful who you letting your space into your circle. And I'm gonna leave you with that. But yes, I would keep my son because I had my son when I was 28, and I was done with the needing all this freedom type stuff. So I mean, I was cool.
Okay.
Different dad.
Drew? So what I think you're saying is you wouldn't change a thing.
I just changed them folks daddy. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, okay.
Agreeing with me.
Everybody will give rid of them daddies. Yes, no.
Oh, Lord, that's
But
my.
I made it. We made it. Woo.
And I think all three of you and Devidra, if you're out there watching, I think you're all doing a great job as parents. And we are, like Portia said, all a prize is really what you have to bring to the table internally. And then don't look at your kids as a baggage. They're not baggages. Some people may see them as baggages, but they're not. They're just an addition to the family. That's all.
Hey, let me say one more thing. I bet you they wishing they had all them children now doing taxes. That's why they borrowing somebody church.
You sure know what to say.
They
Cause
borrowing
they
folks'
sure.
children now.
You get older, you can't off your own butt. You'll want to have a child, do you?
How
Now you
about
gonna
one of
have,
y'all?
yes. But yeah,
Anybody else? Any last commentaries?
I'm just saying, don't think you less value because you have a child. You're not. You're beautiful. You precious. You can do it. It can be done. I have 5. No regrets. It can be struggle. It can be hard, but it can be done.
And Mama Bell is single. Just so y'all know, all her
Yeah,
kids are grown.
single children are grown now. Children are grown now. Woohoo!
As anybody
Like I
looking,
got
she's a
baby.
Christian now. So if you ain't holy, don't even walk in the door.
Nah, yeah, I'm a Christian, y'all. I love the Lord. I love him.
I'm cutting
love
it out.
Well, anyway, thank you guys
Don't
so
cut
much
Jesus
for
out.
tuning in on another episode of Now That's Controversial. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Kick the subscribe button if you like what you heard today. And it's something else you're supposed to do on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. And again, I'm your host, Mimi.
Mother Bell, Angela.
I'm your girl, Portia J.
I'm Drew.
And we are out. See you guys next time on Now That's Controversial.